welcome to How to Minecraft 101. So today we are actually going to be working on a dual light switch. And the reason for this is because I know I've done a light switch tutorial in the past, but I actually had someone ask me, to go ahead and make a dual switch. They were making a room or a hallway or whatever, and similar to that, and they wanted the light to be turned on and off from either side of the hallway. It's just a basic T flip-flop, and as you can clearly see, you push the button and the light comes on. You push the button again and the light goes off. Now, I cannot take credit for this design. I actually got it off of someone else, but I did recreate it, and honestly, it took a little bit for me to actually grasp the concept of this, despite the fact that the people that knew how to do it were saying, oh, it's so easy, it's so easy. Well, it's not quite as easy if you don't know what you're doing. So here's a double one. It's a flatter one, but you push the button, lights come on. Push the button and the lights go off. All right, so let's go over here. And I'm going to show you really quick how to build those two, and then I will show you how to implement it. The first thing I want to do is put down a block. And the reason for this is because I can't actually put a hopper into a dropper. I don't know why, because other people seem to be able to do it, but when I try to do it, it just doesn't quite work so well. So there you go. This one, the hopper is going into this is going into this is going into this, and this is going into this. Now, basically how it works is, see here, works the same way. The one that the hopper is going into, so this is your hopper, the dispenser here that your hopper is going into will conduct the power. So if you want it to be, actually working, then you look and see where the hopper is going into. It's going into this one. So we want to put a comparator right next to it. So there's my comparator. Let's put a comparator there. And this one's fun. I like this one because I can go in two different directions. So I can go that way or that way. You don't have to go both ways, but it makes it easy. And of course, I forgot my redstone lamp would help me just a little. Lava. So there you go. And this one here, I'll show you over here because it's easier because it's already hooked up. So this one's the one that the hopper's going into, and then it has the power coming out of it. And this one here is the one connected to that one. So the dropper connected to the other dropper, which the hopper is going into, is the one that needs the input for the power. Oh, my sun is already going down. We're probably going to have to take a momentary interlude until morning, but really quickly, this goes into that. And that goes into this, so I would put the power out of this one. So let's put it... Oh, pig. I'm just going to put the small button right there. Okay, so it turns on. And one last thing to make this baby work. You need to put an item inside of it. So there we go. We have the lights turn on. Push the button, lights turn off. Now, I'm going to go running to my house, and when morning time comes, I promise you guys, oh, I cannot see anything at all. It's too dark, oh my gosh, okay. So when morning time comes, I promise you guys, I'll show you the other connection and how to connect them both in your house. And it's morning! Good morning, peoples. Guess I didn't really have to go all the way around, did I? What is up with all the sheep? Jeez. Alright, so I'm going to need another redstone lamp because I did throw it. Whoopsie. Apparently I want to blow it up instead. Alright, so we're going to build the other contraption, the single one high one there. Now this one I find the one high one to be a little bit more tricky, only because it's one high. So in order to make this baby work, so let's put our that there. This one here needs to be, so I put a dropper facing me. I guess I could have done that first. And then a wool block and a wool block. And on this wool block, hang on, is going to be our dropper. So we're going to, or hopper, sorry. So we're going to put a dropper facing up. And then we're going to put the hopper into this piece. And this is the trickiest part, I think. Trying to get it up there with facing like downwards. So there we go. In 10 points, it's facing downwards. The only crappy part is now I have a hole, but that's okay. We'll just cover it up with blue for now. Okay, so here we have it. Whoopsie. So if we have that set up like that, the hopper's going into this one, that's going down, that's going there. So on this one, the comparator, get rid of that, the comparator would go right next to the one that makes it work. So the hopper is going into this one. This one's the one that gives us the power. So we put the power comparator there. And this one down here is actually where the power is going to come out of. So I'm just going to quickly do what I did to the other one and put a button here. And I need a lamp there. There we go. And unfortunately, this baby won't work without an item. Now, if you put more than one item in there, it won't work as well. So you got to make sure that there's only one item, one item in the T flip-flop. Push the button, light goes off. Push the button, light goes on. I honestly think I prefer this method because the buttons are unintrusive, right? Like here's your wall. If you were to put buttons like so it's not like a very intrusive thing to do. So we know that there is a block space in between the button and the outside edge. So right here, second space in, we're going to put blocks all the way down like so. And then we're going to take our redstone and we are going to put redstone all the way down like so. Yes, I know I cut the middle, but I'm actually going to be putting a block there. And on top of the block you just put in the middle, we are going to put a torch. Now, you push the button. Oopsie. That's not going to make it work. Push the button and the torch goes off. And if I go to this side and I push the button, the torch goes off. So there you go. Yeah, we're not done yet. So in this model, it's more like a little hallway or whatever. You could technically use either model because it's skinny enough that it could fit in between the rooms, but it's big enough, like it's flat enough that I could put it up here too. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put it right. Yeah. Okay. So hang on. Let's build our little thing to help us build it here. And right there, as before, we're going to put our dropper facing this way. And I should probably build up a little bit because I have nothing to build my other dropper on. There we go. And we can delete that afterwards. I just wanted to put the dropper facing up. And then a hopper going into this. We could delete that and go down. And you want to put a dropper facing down. It's very, very, very important to make sure they're facing the right way. That was a big problem I had the first time I did this. So there you have it. And that's all set up. The power is going directly into the bottom piece, which is where it's supposed to go. And this is going to be importing our power. Now, in order to make this work, I am going to need a comparator because unfortunately it will not work without a comparator. So there's my comparator. And I'm going to put another piece there. Put some redstone. And now I'm going to put a repeater that way with 0 delay. And I do this on purpose. Here, let's do it in groups of 2. I do this on purpose because I don't want I don't want it to fizzle out. I want it to make sure that it's going to be up to par from the very beginning. So we're going to add our redstone lamps in. That's your next job here, is to add the redstone lamps. And then we can put some power to the lamps. And I guess it would help my case if I actually put something in here, right? We can put our blue block. We don't need it right now. All right. So as you can see, it instantly turned my lights on. So if this was a dark room, then that would be beneficial. Click the button. Lights turn off. That scared me for a second. I didn't think it was going to work. And if I go to the other side and click the button, the lights turn on. And if I click this button again, the lights turn off. And if I click this button again, the lights turn on. And as you can see, it doesn't really matter which button I use to click the button. Either way, it'll work just fine. And then of course you would have your walls there, so this would be the enclosed of your room. Hang on. I can do it really fast. So to avoid confusion, so this would be your wall here. I mean, you could have a doorway or whatever coming off of it, but you get the idea anyways. It's a very easy way to make a dual light switch so that you can like have two lights in a hallway or a different room that has like two entrances or whatever. And it totally works. And I find this way to be a little bit, like, it's a little more complicated than doing the other way. But it works really well, like, really well. Much better than the other way, I have to say. So, yeah. Like I said, I can't really take credit for the idea. I got it from other people, but it works. And you know what? My lights were off. It should have been one more. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did like what you saw, don't forget to slap that like button, leave me a comment, and we will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Have a good one.